What is going on, guys? Last night, I had opening night for the musical that I'm acting in, Sister Act, and it was an incredible time. It went so well, and I just wanted to jump on here and talk about opening night with you all. It really meant a lot to me that the first video I shared where I talked about my personal life was the first video I ever did that got that much engagement. I always assumed that that would be the least interesting stuff. That would be the stuff getting the least views, me talking about me. But it really moved me to get all of that positive feedback from that video about my acting and my love of acting. So thank you. And I'm going to start doing more videos about my life as an actor and a performer and my passion for it. So I'm going to tell you how great opening night went. First off, this cast of Sister Act is really wonderful. The girl that is playing our lead part, Dolores, it's a really difficult role, and she nails it every time. She makes me cry no less than 3 times throughout the entire show. Her voice is just breathtaking. I'm in awe, genuinely, watching this cast. It is so great to be a part of a group, just having so much fun together. The group of nuns in this show, I've told all of the other actors to kind of take the pressure off. The show's about the nuns. The rest of us are set dressing, and the nuns are incredible. The chemistry they have, the energy they bring to every scene they're in is just so much fun. And we had an amazing crowd for opening night. That can often be a factor in how a show goes. Not for me. For me, I shared in my other video, my mom and grandma are there for every show, so I'm always giving my best no matter what. But a lot of times people can be reactive based on an audience, and the audience was amazing last night. I also had a friend come to see the show that I didn't know was going to be there. You know who you are. Thank you. He was one of the people that gave me really positive feedback. And it meant the world to me. I haven't had people come to every show I've done in Rhode Island, and that's okay. But to walk out after the show and see a familiar face was really nice. It meant a lot to me. I will say, going into opening night, I was nervous because I had a solo that got cut. Part of it. I wasn't upset part of the song got cut because it was only like the final minute of the song when it was all very like belty and showy, and I don't care about that stuff. That's not the kind of singer I am. I don't have that kind of like ability. I don't know. I'm not big with like riffs and runs. I'm kind of a untrained voice in that way. So most songs end with like a flourish, or there's a natural build to however it ends. But when we cut the end of the song, that cut the ending. And so it was ending on kind of a random low note that had nothing to it. And me and the music director tried to like change that into a different note. But since I had been drilling that song the way we had cut it, it had started to kind of stick. So when I tried to hit a high note at the end, it was like fighting against the current because my body and the muscle memory was singing it one way, and it was hard to try to sing that note differently. So I reached out to the director, and I also touched base with my musical director before I left the theater last night, just to be like, hey, can we maybe touch base tomorrow, spend some time? I'm not really comfortable with the ending of the song right now, and I need a little help. And the musical director went above and beyond in helping me and making me feel comfortable. She was really great. I'm really transparent about how I haven't been trained a lot vocally. I've been trained for like 20 years as an actor, but not singing. Singing, I have a lot of trauma with. I had a teacher in college for a beginning voice class tell me that I couldn't sing. She told me not all actors could sing, and I was proof of that. And this is a beginning voice class in college, and somebody's telling me that. Now, the messed up thing is, it got in my head, and I didn't do a musical for like 10 years. And that sucks. Don't ever let somebody take theater from you, or take part of theater from you. None of this is gate kept or off limits to you based on your training. None of it. You are worthy to be in the space. And I'm lucky that the musical director is a great teacher. Not all musical directors are good teachers of music. And me and her worked together, and we ended up adding in, because I was struggling to change the note I was singing, we added like a "oh no" at the end of the song so I could like scale up the note. But I was struggling to jump the note. I wasn't jumping to the right note. So the musical director had me hum it first. And then we found that it was easier for me to find that note if I could kind of scoop up to it. So she was like, then do that. That's totally fine if that's going to make you more comfortable. So it started off as, I ain't letting her go, to I ain't letting her. She was like, take a pause. Before go, take a pause and take a breath. And then come back in on that same note, go, and like scoop up that way. And once I scooped up and I'm at that high part of my voice doing, oh no, it's really early, my voice is scratchy, so sorry. But I hit the note and it felt really good. I've let songs get in my head to the point where I don't enjoy performances because I'm not comfortable singing. When I was just in Into the Woods, I was not confident with the song No More. And I always got told it was great. I have this thing singing where no matter how much I practice, once I get on stage and open my mouth, the way I hear myself, it sounds as if I go flat. And that I'm not keeping up with the music. I'm not in sync. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's a matter of my trauma with singing and like I disassociate when I do it. But man, it just felt so nice to have somebody work with me and not judge me, and to unlock that note. It felt so good. And that moment where I took the pause before, another way that I feel on stage sometime when I'm acting, especially when I'm singing, I kind of feel like a runaway train where I can't slow down. I can't take a breath. I get very lost, and almost like I was saying, that disassociative thing. But last night, when that pause came, it was the first time in a long time I took a pause on stage and like took it in. And I'm so grateful, because the whole song I was nervous about. But last night, based on the fact that we fixed that final note, I had fun with my song. I wasn't scared anymore. I was just loose and having fun. And it's a character song. It's not like a solo that's all belty and like flourish. It's a character song. And that note I hit at the end and the breath that I took in that moment where I didn't let the runaway train get down the tracks. I stopped and I took that breath and I let out that big note. It felt so good. And I got a great response from the audience. They showed me so much love. And as I was walking off stage to my other gangsters, I was like, "You didn't know I could sing, did you?" It was so much fun. I'm so grateful to the musical director for taking that time with me to make it comfortable, because up until last night, I was dreading that solo, afraid that I wasn't doing it well. And I'm just so grateful I got to enjoy it last night. And I'm not dreading it for the rest of the run. Oh, it felt so good. My favorite scene that I do, it's funny. I have 3 scenes in Act 1, 3 scenes in Act 2, and a song in each. My favorite scene is not either of the songs. It's a scene where I interrogate a cab driver, and it's in like my office, and I get to do some drugs on stage. I'm not actually doing the drugs, but my character does some lines of the white powder, and I get to play that. I get to play erratic as hell, and the director gave me the all clear to add some like improv and some ad libs, and they all went really well, and I was so grateful for that. My favorite ad lib I added in, this show takes place in 1977, and the movie Taxi Driver came out in 1975. So since I have a scene where I interrogate a cab driver, I do an homage to Robert De Niro in that scene. At the beginning of the scene starts with me doing a line. I go, and I pick up a little mirror, and I do the Travis Bickle, "Are you talking to me? Huh? Are you talking to me? Well, there's nobody else here, so you gotta be talking to me." And then as I'm holding the mirror, they bring the cab driver in, and I see him in the mirror. It was a moment that I made, like, I don't know, I like adding stuff like that to performances, like doing research and having fun with it. I watched The Godfather before opening night because I was like, I'm a 70s gangster, and The Godfather came out in 72. I feel like anybody who was in the gangster world was probably either obsessed with that movie because they loved it, or obsessed with that movie because they hate it. So, I just had so much fun doing the Taxi Driver homage, and a couple of my castmates noticed it and told me they loved it. That was really cool. I am so grateful that it was a fun opening night. Some opening nights are hard. You don't always get a good run through in before you open, and we did. We got multiple run throughs in before we opened, and that allowed us to have an amazing opening night. I am so grateful to be a part of this cast. I only had 3 weeks to learn this role. I only had 3 rehearsals before we started tech. And having members of the cast come tell me how much they were impressed by me and my process, and how I came in so ready, it meant the world to me. And I got 5 more opportunities to make it even better. Every time you get to step on a stage is a gift, and you never know when the next one is going to be. So I have gotten a lot better at enjoying it and enjoying every performance. And I connect with people. Yesterday I had moments with more members of the cast. Moments of connection. Moments where we talked about our passions, and the community is really shining in this community theater right now. And as I said in my last video, the community is more important than the theater, but the theater was pretty damn good too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think the next video I'm going to do about my acting, I'm going to walk through my acting career. I'm going to kind of go through my resume, but even further back than my resume goes. I'm going to talk about 7th and 8th grade, the first 2 years I was an actor, and high school. I think that's probably going to be one video. Then I'll separately talk about my college time, because I also went to college for theater, and I played a bunch of roles there. I directed when I was in college. I was a designer. I worked in the scene shop. I did everything. So, thank you for showing me that I'm why you're here, not all the stuff I cover. I posted a really long status the other day on Facebook about how I was going to take a break from theater. Fuck that. I'm not taking a break from the thing I love. I got a lot of really positive feedback from people that I needed to hear. How I belong on a stage. And how I can't let anyone take that from me. I'm not taking a break from theater. I'll never take a break from theater again. Theater is the one thing that refills me. As an empath, somebody that carries around a lot of emotional energy and reacts to a lot of emotional energy, my life can be intense because I feel feelings passionately. And I don't regret that. I'm not saddened by that. I've come to love my passion. And sometimes that leads to big reactions to things, and that's okay. I'm not mad at myself for saying I was going to take a break and being so beaten down by it all. I'm not mad at myself for posting that. I needed all the positivity that came, so thank you. Anybody that's been supporting me here, I love you. And that's probably weird to just say and tell more people you love them. The support I got on my last video meant so much to me. Thank you. I've got 5 more shows. I don't think I'm going to do a post show for every one of them, but I will do an after the run recap of the show. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode today, and thank you for the support. I can't wait to keep sharing about myself and my love of acting. So thank you for showing me that you're here for me. It meant the world to me. The goose is out. Hey!